speaking of not being accepted amongst your peers, it was a guy that's from a very, very privileged neighborhood. He was speaking on uppity blacks and, you know, how he's perceived in comparison to other things. I'm going to play this clip. I want to get y'all response, what he had to say.
Y'all hate black people who grew up with money. Let me make one thing clear. I grew up in a $500,000 house. I went to private school. I graduated from one of the top universities in the country. My job, you couldn't get it if you wanted to. My car note is more than your rent, no cosign. I mean, I can go on for days. But the moral of the story is, why would I want to relate or try to fit in with a lifestyle that I do not come from? Y'all don't think it's crazy that you equate blackness with poverty? And this is exactly why you have all these suburban kids running around here acting like they got it out the mud, like they were struggling, because you sit there and shame them for being from the suburbs. Y'all keep saying Carlton like that's some sort of insult. Like, are you okay? Use the 3 brain cells you got up in there to tell me, who does it benefit for black people to only be able to fit the stereotypes in order to be considered black? Because it's not benefiting black people. Why do y'all hate black people who grew up with...
Thoughts?
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Growing up now, like, well, with me being a man now and being in this shit and all that, I'd love to just grow up like my son's growing up now. I'd love that. Don't have to worry about too much of nothing, you know what I'm saying? Worry about no meals, worry about no clothes. Goddamn me. Shit, both parents in the household, you know what I'm saying? Both parents doing well for themselves. Goddamn me. Whole neighborhood of many different fucking things you can be in life and be great at. You get what I'm saying? Like I would really love that. You know, but to the black stigma, that's like a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we all, like what's crazy is we all in the hood, like, man, one day I'm gonna make it out, one day I'm gonna make it out. And then the ones that do make it out, you know what I'm saying, the same kids that you were saying all this shit with, they looking at you like you changed on them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what money do. You know what I'm saying? That's what a better lifestyle for myself do. What you thought I was gonna get 100 racks, or you not even 100 racks. What you thought I was gonna make a 60 racks, 70 racks, and stay in the hood, or stay near the hood? I'm not doing that. I hope to have a family too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to put. Of course, everybody would want to put their kids in the best schools or a private school to make sure their kid can make it out and be great. You know what I'm saying? And all these type of things. But yeah, he right. You know what I'm saying? Like they put a stigma on us. You know what I'm saying? Like when you want to be when you want to be great and all these type of things, they say you change and like you the C word. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that, but they say you C word and all these type of things, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I'm only doing what you dreamed about too. You get what I'm saying? Because you dreamed about being in this position that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? But you only difference between us two, you decided not to put the work in. That's the only difference. Everything else the same. We from the same hood, same city, grew up the same trenches. You know what I'm saying? The lights was off, that water was off, we eat noodles. We from the same thing. Only thing is I decided to do something about it and you decided to stay in it. So who really let their family down in a way? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, man. I think it's just, I say it all the time, black people value ignorance. That's just what it is, instead of what we should be valuing, which is integrity, you know, discipline, you know, just how solid a motherfucker is. Like, you have 2 people, one dude is completely solid, stand-up dude. He done been there every time you done called him, did, you know, ride for you, hold you down, been there. And then you'll have, but this dude that I'm talking about came from privilege, so he came from money. And then you'll have another dude who into a trap nigga, he's selling drugs, he's smashing holes, he's doing this, that, and the third. And the trap nigga get more respect than the stand-up guy that came from privilege. Mm-hmm. Like, why does it take a motherfucker to come from poverty for him to be a real nigga in our eyes?
I was just about to ask that.
Like that
is
like,
it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's partly because like thick skin almost. Like you're not tough enough, or you're not. You didn't go through the trials and tribulation that other people had to go through.
I think they look at it like the grind.
Yeah, I think
but
that's
they
part
don't
of
understand. What I know my people don't understand is, bro, the moment you get up in this middle class, whatever that threshold is in your city, the moment you get in that bitch, you got to work even harder than what you was working at that fucking bottom tier living that most of us was coming from and shit. Because now you got things to protect. You got your whole family, household depending on you to be what you are. And you trying to progress. Taxes hitting you. You know what I'm saying? All that free lunch you was getting, your kid don't get that. You paying for lunch every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, August to goddamn May. You paying for lunch for your child.
5 days a week.
Right? If you and your girl working, that mean you paying for lunch. That mean when he get off, y'all paying, most likely y'all paying for food.
You might pay for breakfast too.
You get what I'm saying? And we just talking about that little things. We ain't talking about mortgage. We ain't talking about rent. We ain't talking about cars. You know what I'm saying? Insurance and all these type of things. Hell, you might get to the level to where you can put life insurance on yourself. You get what I'm saying? On your wife and all these type of things. Because when you start making some bread, bro, all this shit costs. It's harder to be here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can live on the bottom and finesse the system and all that type of stuff there. But when you climb up here, that's why a lot of us kill ourselves. That's just real. So to me, I respect the man getting up every day, going to that 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying, making sure his family off the streets and shit, you know what I'm saying, got him a comfortable, it ain't got to be in the suburbs, but you got you a comfortable crib, your kids ain't really wanting for nothing, you know what I'm saying. I respect that man going to work every day. That's the true hustler to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it now, me being a man. But when I was young, I can't even lie. I respected the drug dealers. Like, that's the motherfuckers I looked up to. You know, because that's the people I seen with all the money and all. I ain't see people in suits. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knew nobody that worked in the refinery for real making money until I met Kenny. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? Only successful people I knew for real was teachers and nurses. You know what I'm saying? All that engineering stuff, that shit sound good when you a kid, but when you become a grown person and life hits you, bro, all that shit is fairy tales because you don't really see that. While we in the hood, you ain't seeing none of that. So that's why they respect it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Again, I'm saying I think we got to get out of that space, man. Just again, and it stems from ignorance. Just like you just said, I respected that because I didn't see nothing else. Meaning I don't know no better. Meaning that I'm ignorant. And you know, again, people need to be judged based on their integrity, bro, and how stand up they are, whatever the case may be. Like, you ain't gotta be done sold drugs for me to respect you. You know what I'm saying? If you going to work, taking care of your kids every day for 30 years, that's the type of motherfucker that need to get the praise. Not the one that sold drugs for 2 years, made $150,000. Now he doing 20 years in jail, about to get out and be 60 years old, dead broke, wasn't there for his kids, don't even know how to work a damn iPhone. Like, but these are the people that we look up to. These are the people that we put, you know, like on a pedestal in terms of like what's keeping it real. Like, what's a real man? Like a nigga that, okay, he went to jail for 30 years, but he didn't snitch. You know, so I respect this man. Meanwhile, his kids had to grow up on their own in these streets.
And they all drug dealers.
Right.
Or one of them in jail. You know what I'm saying? Or one of them, let's say fuck it, they trying to break the mold and go to college and all that. Let's say they doing the right thing. Bro, you know how hard it is for that child? You know what I'm saying? To be a college student. You know what I'm saying? To work. Goddamn provide for herself. Because when college out for that summer, for that winter mini, bro, you got to get out that campus for real. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be out here for real. That's the real hustler in his family, to be honest with you. No matter what your daddy done in these streets, no matter how powerful your daddy or moms, because their moms be out there too, no matter how powerful they is in the streets, your son is the one. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter is the one that's going to change your bloodline. That's going to do what you should have done.